Okay, we're going to work on a couple good foundational stick mobility drills. So stretching and strengthening that we can practice on a daily basis to kind of get a little bit more comfortable with it. Okay, so first one's going to be the bow and arrow. So take your stick and let's put it about a forearm length away from your ribs here. Okay, my hand is about middle of my body. Take your other hand, reach over top with your thumb pointing down. Okay, thumb points down. Now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to shift my hips to the side, away from the stick, and then I'm going to use my inner core here, and I'm going to push the stick. Now this top arm is long and straight, and what I'm doing is I'm lengthening this long side of my body. I want to breathe in this position, and I want to keep my hips squared forward, okay? So don't let that hip turn back. Breathe in this position, be strong with that bottom arm, and let this top arm be long. Don't bend it, okay? Keep it long, keep it straight. 3-4 breaths. Come out, spin the stick, thumb down, shift, push, and be. Work in this position. So what I would do, 3-4 breaths, and do about 3 to 5 repetitions, and then switch sides. Same thing, thumb down, feet about shoulder width apart, shift the hips, push the stick, and let this leverage create a nice length on the outside and a little bit of strength on the inside. So work that on both sides. Next, little monkey hang here. So I'm going to grab at the top of the stick. Okay, the stick is sitting maybe about 11 o'clock. I'm going to stride forward and stride backwards. And what I'm going to do, if you feel the need, you can grab with your opposite hand to stabilize the stick, and I'm going to hang. So my long arm is tall and straight, and I'm just letting my body weight sink down, and I'm stretching all of this fascia through here, all the way back down to that foot way back there. So my glute can be tight. On this left side, try to take full breaths, and then you can relieve it a little bit. Same thing, come back in, sink down. Your legs are still there, but you're definitely supporting yourself on that stick. Breathing in that position, 3 to 5 repetitions. And we would set ourselves up the same way on this side. Grab the top, open up the stance, stabilize the stick, and sink. Thinking about creating some traction, just lengthening your spine, your shoulders. A lot of good stuff. So 3 to 5 on this side. That's number 2. Number 3, take the stick, bring it kind of behind kind of the low back. Nice wide grip. Okay. Same thing, your feet are about shoulder width apart. First thing first is a good hip hinge. So back your tush up. Okay. Don't bend forward. Drive your hips back. So I'm going to send my hips back, and I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to stick the stick in the ground. Okay, so this stick is meant to bend. I'm going to take 3 to 5 breaths. Rotate my head, just be in this position. Push through the ground, come back up. Switch sides, your hips go back. Sink in the ground. Breathe. Try to take those deep breaths in and stretch out in this position. Let the stick create some leverage and help you out. So go ahead, kind of even those out. 2 to 3 per side. Kind of let that enhance or range of motion improve with each one. Next, okay, grab the stick. Watch the ceilings, okay, and if the stick's a little too long for you, you can choke up, okay, but let's just go ahead and just draw some big circles, big range of motion through your shoulder. So what I'm doing with this left hand here is I'm going to push the stick back, big circle with my right arm, big big circle, just like you're kayaking. And then I can change directions. All right, just moving your shoulder through full range of motion, both directions. Heat that joint up and get some good movement in there. And finally, you may have to use something else such as a wall. Take your stick, push in the ground, you hold onto the wall, bring your knee up, okay, and just moving your hip. In, out, in, out, in, out. Creating some rotation at that hip joint. Switching. Push to the ground, up, in, out, in, out. Same thing, maybe about 10 per leg. And you just go back and cycle through again. But use the stick to help keep your good tall posture, your core engaged, so your leg is at least at 90 or above. Okay. So work through this. You can hopefully get this done 5 to 10 minutes. Start getting used to your stick. Start applying it. Try to feel your opportunity to work with your breathing. And then later we'll work on creating more tension to enhance the stretch.